Welcome to Spelling Analysis. Today we get to use one of my favorite rules. C always softens to S when followed by an E, I, or Y. Otherwise, C says K. That's right. Why is this one of my favorite rules? Well, when I was in first grade and second grade and third grade and high school, I didn't know this rule. And so all the words where C said S were exceptions to me, and English seemed crazy. And then when I was an adult and I learned these words, I was like, of course, that makes so much sense. And here's the thing, that rule explains tens of thousands of words in English. So let's learn a few of these together. The first word is center. Let's make a circle in the center of the room. Center. Go ahead and say center. Center. You will say to spell center. What will you say to spell? Center. The first syllable is sen. Let's sound it out. S. Use a k. S. N. The second syllable is ter. T. This is the of her. Go ahead and write center. I love how you're sounding it out. Now help me to write it. The first syllable is sen. S-N. The second syllable is ter. T-er. How will we mark it? What sound of k is this? It's its second sound. And why is it saying its second sound? It's before an E. What's the rule? C always softens to S when followed by an E, I, or Y. And how will we mark the rest of the word? We'll underline the Let's sound it out together. S-N-T-er. Center. The next word is look. Look very carefully at each word. Look. Go ahead and say look. Look. Let's sound it out. Use an o, k. Use a tall k. Got it? Go ahead and write it. Very good. Now help me to write it. K. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the What sound of o is this? Is it the first sound, oo? Does this say Luke? Nope. Is it the second sound, look? You're right. So we'll put a 2 over it. Let's sound it out. K. Look. The next word is circus. I went and watched the circus. Circus. Go ahead and say circus. How many syllables in circus? 2. We will say to spell circus. What will we say to spell? Circus. The first syllable is sir. Let's sound it out. S. Use a k. S. Use the of bird. The second syllable is cuss. K. Use a k. S. S. Go ahead and write circus. I love how you sounded it out. Now help me to write it. The first syllable is sir. The second syllable is cuss. K-s. All right, how will we mark this one? What sound of k do we hear here? It's its second. And what will we do here? We'll underline the Now, why is the C saying S? You're right, it's before an I. And what's the rule? C always softens to S when followed by an E, I, or Y. Now, what is the C saying here? It's saying K. Why? Is it before an E, I, or Y? No, it's not. So it needs to say K. Now, many people think this word is crazy, but you can see why it's saying S here and why it's saying K here. So this would be a great word to go home and to explain to your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister. You can ask them, why does the C say 2 sounds in circus? Let's sound it out. S-er-k-us, circus. The next word is computer. I am using the computer to write a paper. Computer. How many syllables in computer? 3. Wow, this is our first 3-syllable word. We will say to spell computer. What will we say to spell? Computer. All right, the first syllable is com. K. Use a k. S. Ah. The second syllable is pew. P. U. The third syllable is ter. T. The of her. Do you want to hear it one more time? Com. Pew. Ter. The first syllable is com. Sound it out. K. Use a k. S. Ah. The second syllable is pew. P. U. The third syllable is ter. T. Use the of her. Go ahead and write computer and sound it out. That's how you'll make sure that you write every phonogram that you need in this word. That is so good. Now help me to write it. The first syllable is com. K, The second syllable is pew. P, U. The third syllable is ter. T, How will we mark this? Is there anything in the first syllable, com? Nope. How about pew? You're right, we need a line over the U. Why did the U say its long sound? A, E, O, U usually say their long sounds at the end of the syllable. And then, how will we mark ter? We'll underline the Let's read it together. K, p, U, t, Computer. That is a big word, and yet you can see why every single phonogram is in this word. And that is both what you need to know to read big words and to spell them. You need to be able to hear the phonograms and then be able to write them, to spell them. The last word is camera. Do you have a camera on your phone? Camera. How many syllables in camera? Is that right? Camera. Say it with me. You have a camera. Now let's count the syllables again. We will say to spell cam-er-aw. What will we say to spell? Cam-er-aw. The first syllable is cam. K. Use a k. S. A. The second syllable is the of her. The third syllable is ah. A-a-aw. Go ahead and write cam-er-aw. I can see you're thinking really hard and sounding it out. All right, help me to write it. The first syllable is cam. K, a, The second syllable is and the third syllable is aw. How will we mark it? We'll underline the and what sound of a-a-aw do we hear here? It's its third sound. It's broad sound, so we'll put 2 dots over it. And A usually says its broad sound at the end of the word. So let's sound this out together. K-a-m-er-aw. Camera. What do we often say? Camera. What sound is It's lazy. That's right. So when we have big words, oftentimes there'll be a lazy vowel in them. We won't say all the vowels as clearly as each other. But you can see now how this is spelled and why. That is such great work. Look at that. You wrote 2 3-syllable words, and now you understand why they're spelled that way.
Combining the science of reading with the joy of learning. Learn more at foundations.logicofenglish.com.